Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Floorball 254. We'll be analyzing one of my most favorite matches that was played at Brno 2021, which is Switzerland versus Sweden under 19 for the third place in the world Floorball champions. And I mean, this match is very interesting because one, these are the next players who battle it out for the next 4 years, and two, most of them are like around the same age, and then three, this is a chance to see the next play for Switzerland and Sweden in terms of progression, in terms of transition. So in this video we'll be discussing the analysis based on attack and defense. In that, when I'm talking about maybe Switzerland's attack, then that means I'll be also touching on Sweden's defense, and then now the formation and the counter formation, and then now the tactic switch. So welcome to Floorball 254. Let's do this. So in the Swedish lineup, I hope I'm getting the names right. There's Lovren Fors, and then there's Theorin. These players are players to watch on. And then there's number 4, Ekstrom. These three players are very dangerous when it comes to the game, and then Nightstrom. So these 4 players, you have to watch for them. Number 26, number 6, number 2, and then number 44. And notice something. Currently in Floorball, during this championship, there was no midfielder. They only tabled defenders and forwards. So let's see how it goes. In the Switzerland or the Swi touchline, we have Oest, number 6 here. Apologies guys if I'm massacring your names, man. Big apologies. And then we have Zenga. I usually like his long passes. They're usually crazy. And then you have Tony, number 15, who's also very clinical finisher. So yeah, this is going to be a tough match. You're not sure who's going to win, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot of tactic to go around. The referee, he usually loves addressing players by explaining, and I think that's really good, because there's some other referees who are just strict, like they just point to you, 2 minutes, leave. But now he usually explains to players as to why, you know, they're being booked, and I think in a game that usually helps. So with him in charge, this is going to be a very fantastic game. So the game is off, and let us watch on something. Defensively, we have Switzerland playing 1-2-3, which means that they're playing a more low defensive type, and then Swedish on the other hand are playing a very high defensive play, because you see they already have 2 players above the half of the court. So this is what we call high press. It is a good idea, but then again usually opens you for counters. The Switzerland defense is good, but then again if you do a mistake behind, then these guys can capitalize. So yeah. Now you see here Sweden decides to play high line, straight up high line, because you can see number 4, 5 and 6 for Switzerland are playing so low that number 4 is behind the post, but then Sweden is playing so high they have 4 players above the half. That means that there are 2 Switzerland players behind the 4 players for Sweden, and this makes them very open for counters, but then again they're safe. When they get the ball, they can convert or punish the game. So let's see how it will play out. And that was very close, and as I said before, you have to always watch your back, because Sweden was playing a very high formation, in that by the time this ball was leaving here, it was going to be a 3, but this point is already 3v1, 3v2, you see. So when you play high line, be ready for counters. Now you can see, to me, I feel Switzerland risks by playing a pyramid, but all the 4 players are only committing to 1 player, meaning that the remaining players for Sweden are free, and that might punish you big time. So always watch on that. Look at it now. Now this player is unmarked. So basically all these other players are just marking the space, but then again they're marking each other. So this is a very risky formation. That was a foul, and this is a very risky place to get a foul because you can easily be punished. And leave alone the punishment, you know, this is a world championship, so to other teams this is like a penalty. So always try, when you're going for fouls, get those fouls half line, around the half line, but not the last quarter of your D. And let's see how he plays. This is very clean. This guy is making a run here, so the Swiss player was supposed to make this line to cut here, but instead he defends this player and everything breaks loose, and that's a goal. Clean play, smooth, beautiful free hit, and that's a goal. Every action has a consequence. So at that moment, that Sweden 1, Switzerland 0, and it's already a very captivating match. So we see again, the game is on, and again Sweden is playing high. You have this player here, you have this player, and this player. So again Sweden, after scoring the goal, they still play high press. Switzerland on the other side is playing safe, because you only see they're using only 1 player here who's actually just covering this space and trying to shut down these guys. But you see the second player is already at the center. So this is a very this is a more safer approach than what Sweden is playing. Ooh, mistake here. And that's the second goal for Sweden. At this moment, this player would have just made a run here. Simply. If that player would have just made a run here, because this other player is making a run here to reduce the distance for the pass or the shot and to apply pressure to the supplier. But this player doesn't go for this space. Instead, he tries to come here, and it's too late. By the time he's realizing, it's too late. You see how he goes? He makes his run. Would have made a run here, but he made a run more outwards. Then it's now when he tries to recover, but it's way too late. So defensively, you will get punished. Defensively, you will get punished if you're leaving someone unmarked. So now we have the second half, and you can see Sweden again playing very high. This time they're playing so high that they're almost like 3 meters from the rink, and all the players are in front, meaning that this player is the only player that is being covered by these guys. Otherwise, he's free to make runs. So at this moment, it's a bit risky, and I would advise so much, if you're playing floorball, do not at any moment play that high. They're doomed. Clean goal. There it is. You play high, you play high pressure, then obviously, if you're not keen, you will be punished. And Switzerland punishes Sweden because of that. So game on again. Again, look at this defensive mistake. How are you leaving this guy alone? One of these guys, either him or him, should have covered this. Because this pass, chances are this guy is going to lay the pass here. Okay? So you need to intercept this pass by either here or cover this guy. Let's see how it goes. Ooh, lucky save. Lucky save. But then again, you need to man mark these players. You really need to man mark these players. Oh, close one. The referee is booking 2 minutes. When you see this in floorball, he's booking 2 minutes in favor of Switzerland. So Sweden are in trouble. Switzerland are playing without a goalkeeper, and they touched the ball. And I told you, he usually explains, and this way, that's what I like about him. He's always explaining. So yeah, he explains to the player that he did a vigorous push, and now 2 of the Swedish players are in the 2 minutes penalty, meaning that they're playing only 3 players infield. I don't know how long they're gonna survive without players in, but this is going to be hectic. That I can tell you for free. So you can see at this moment the only remaining 3 players. So there is this player here, here, and here, and they have decided to go for a pyramid formation, and to me it is a safe formation. But in floorball, you are 3 players against 5 players. It's going to be hectic. So we'll see how long they can survive with 3 players in court. Sweden on the other, Switzerland on the other side decides to play a full wide, here to here, here to here, here to here, here to here. So basically, all the first 4 are just trying to make sure that ball moves, and then the guy in the center is just trying to just confuse the keeper and keep the defenders busy so that he can do mistake. And you can see the time is here. 2 of the guys was having the penalty. Here's their time. Oh, nice. That was a close one. They have survived that attack. Again, they have survived that attack. They have survived. They survived that attack for 1 minute, almost 48 seconds, because it's 12 seconds in this clock, and they haven't conceded a goal. And then finally it enters. So they tried their best. 1 minute 48 seconds. That is very impressive. Having only 3 players in court, that is very impressive. Very impressive defensive wise, and that tells you a lot about that team. That team has discipline in terms of defense, but then again it's a bit indisciplined, because you wouldn't expect to lose 2 players within the same time. Again, Sweden with the obviously high formation. Look at this. He's gonna obviously run here. Look at this. He's gonna obviously run here. He has an option of playing here or running straight. Let's see how it plays out. And it's a score. It's a beautiful score from Switzerland. And it's because Sweden is playing such a high line that their back is always exposed. They have been punished. 2 goals from counters and 1 goal from a penalty. They have been punished. So yeah, good shot, backhand. Again, expose the same place. Ooh, mistake. I'm still insisting on this. Look at this. Okay? But in real sense, at this moment, this game is 2v1. And I say 2v1 because of these 2 players. It is these 2 players against this guy. So let's see how it plays. Quick save. I've never been a fan of going behind the post defensively, because if only he would have maintained. This guy can't score from here. If only he would have maintained and covered this space here. If only he would have just covered this space here. But he didn't. Instead, he came for the ball, opening up the other player. And it's an easy goal. So at end of first half, the game is 4-2. And it's not just 4-2, but Switzerland has scored because of counters. Sweden has scored because of set piece and punishment. So it's still an open game. But whenever you play, always watch on marking the defenders, and always watch, if you're playing high, then make sure your team has very fast players. Okay? So these are the highlights for the first half. You can just watch them. That was of incorrect start of face-off. So this is now the second period, 3 seconds in. Let's see if they have maintained their play. Again, as you can see, Switzerland is maintaining, only 1 person harassing. Sweden, on the other hand, is also holding up 2 defenders behind. But let us see if anything will change. Again, a counter. Okay? And again, same situation. 2v1. Sweden really needs to figure out how to defend this. 2v1, and this guy has just an easy option of playing this pass here at that sweet spot. Let us see how it goes. Exactly. He holds it longer than I would have expected, but then again, very accurate. Very, very accurate. The guy was unmarked, had all the free time in the world. Nice one, that was almost. 2 minutes again for, oh, beautiful goal. Beautiful goal. He was unmarked. He was alone. Good positioning, but the defenders should watch on that. Oosh. What a save that was. That was a save and a half. That was a save and a half. I think this is one of the best saves I've seen since the game started. That was a save and a half. No, that is the second save this goalkeeper is pulling off. I mean, this goalkeeper is on fire right now. That was one great save. What a save. What a save. The Swedish goalkeeper has retaliated and brought home a very beautiful save. Now the goalkeepers have awakened. At least they're playing a bit safe. Sweden is playing a bit safe. They have 3 guys at the half of the court and 3 guys from Switzerland. These guys, him, and him, which is good. Now they're not playing so high, which is very safe. But maybe they'll change. At this moment, they're still playing. It's pressing per se, but not so high. And they're trying to shut down the lanes. Now look at this. Now this is one of the riskiest things that can happen, because now they've decided to come back high because he is here. He's here. We have the square again. And all of these are attacking teammates. Then that means that one of these defenders would either been here or make a supportive run outer. But let's say it plays, because a wrong pass and they're done for. Ah, they survived. Ooh, that's a foul. 2 minutes. Their third 2 minutes. Sweden are playing, let me just get that straight. Sweden are playing so aggressively, and it's costing them. It's costing them because so far they've served 2 minutes, so that's like 6 minutes. You haven't played full team, and it is dangerous. So now their defensive format, they go for, since they have 4 players, they go for a block system, which I think they're used to, because even if they go to attack, they play the block system. But yeah, what would you have done different? I think the block system would work best, so that they can just narrow down the angles. And then Switzerland is playing just outer. And it's a goal. Nice sweep shot. He saw the space in between and he went for it. He saw this and he went for it. Beautiful goal. Always in floorball, make sure you don't get this 2 minutes penalty, because they are going to cost you. They are going to cost you game. They're going to cost you team. Try your best to not get these penalties. Just avoid them. Ooh, what a save. What a save. That was a quick one by Sweden. Another defensive play. Awesome. Sweden are still high pressing and they get a goal. No. Don't ever do that in a game. Don't ever do this in a game. And this is where I think Sweden's indiscipline is really showing off. You wouldn't do this. Never do this. Never do that in a game, no matter how the game is going. Never do that. That's enough to get booked a red card, because that's unsportsmanlike behavior and that's intimidation of a goalkeeper. Never do that. And I've said Sweden is a bit aggressive and not playing by the rules, and I think it will cost them. But other than that, that was a very first play. He was unmarked. Honestly, this guy was unmarked. He had all the time in the world to just figure out where he's going to put that ball. And he did. Game is on. Game is at 6-4. That was a beautiful save. Sweden are playing just outer. Switzerland is playing more of the inside. And that was a lucky one. Would have gone in though. Look at this guy. This guy is seeing the target all the way from Nairobi. There is this guy and there is this guy. These guys are supposed to be manned by these two guys here, but they're out of position. They were lucky they survived, but believe you me, that was a very poor defense. So Switzerland is ahead, and Sweden is trailing back. But then again, this game is really intense. A lot of tactics being played, and I'm enjoying every minute of it. At this moment, they're going to the last period. And you see, most of them, their shot numbers are almost the same. Because these guys have 16. These guys have 15. Switzerland is using one goalkeeper. And so that goalkeeper's save percentage is 73. Whereas Sweden has used two of their goalkeepers, which is very advisable because we may would have loved to see the other goalkeeper play. And then now Switzerland has had 3 power plays. And this is what I'm talking about. Sweden, stop playing rough. Stop playing too aggressive that it's punishing your team. Because Switzerland has only served 2 minutes. Sweden has served 6 minutes. 6 minutes in a championship is drastic. So they need, at this moment, Sweden really needed to come back chilled, less aggressive, more disciplined, and then Switzerland needs to punish all those counters and use them thoroughly to maintain the lead. And the third period is on. Ooh, they are still playing aggressively. Let's see if the referee gives a 2 minute. Yes, the referee did give a 2 minute, and now there are 4 players against 5. Ooh, lucky one. Are they going to survive? They survived. Here it is. They survived. They held it. They held without a defender, without one player, and Switzerland didn't punish. So that's a good thing for Sweden at the moment. Switzerland would have done better, I believe. Woo! That guy is smart. This is out of the box thinking. This is totally out of the box thinking. Look at what he does. Number 15. He sees these guys making the substitution. Sweden making the substitution. So he just makes a path and runs in front of the substitution area for Sweden. And there's a whole path that no one can interrupt. That is pure IQ. Pure smartness. Brilliant. Brilliant. Very brilliant. Beautiful turn. Beautiful save. This is what I'm still talking about when it comes to Swiss defense. This guy is seeing this point. Clean. Clean. I would rather number 9 comes here and defend from there. They survived. Beautiful. Nice save by the goalkeeper. He's on fire. Nice save by the goalkeeper. Ooh, beautiful volley. Beautiful volley. Beautiful volley. Beautiful volley. Those are those career goals. Those are goals that you score and you remember it for the rest of your life. Beautiful volley. It wasn't an easy one. And again, Switzerland is still defensively, they're doing the same mistake, not marking. And I told you earlier, number 6 from Sweden is going to bring hell if they're not sure. So at this moment, as a coach, the game is at 6-5 and it's 12 minutes played. You need to see on how to hold that ball and don't lose possession if you're Switzerland. And holding the ball means we need more defensive players. We need more people behind. You need this guy and this guy. And someone would have been either here or even behind here. Okay? Because Sweden at this moment, they're looking for that goal. And they're going to come to you with everything they got. And you see Sweden has gone back to playing the high. So right now it's 3v2. Defender to attacker. 3v2. Any mistake, punishment. At this moment, yes, but then again, he's here, he's here, he's here. So meaning that this player should open here. And this guy should stop running and come back here for the build-up. The play is on. Ooh, told you. Number 29. Same position that you have talked about. Same position that you have talked about. Number 29 in the previous clip, I told you, is not being marked, and that he will obviously punish. He will obviously punish. No one will leave you alone. And then also, I like how the coach plays it cool. He doesn't react really. And this is, see, he just plays it cool and like, man, we're gonna solve this. So at this moment, the game is 6-6. These guys have made a comeback. And the pressure is serious. The game is at 6-6. The game is remaining less than 10 minutes to go. So at this moment, you guys need to call on a timeout and just figure out how you'll hold the game or win the game. That was a close one. Now this I like. Now Switzerland has decided to come back and cover. And this is a bit better. See, this is better, and then you also have this guy who's trying to block the lanes. So yeah, this is more better. Much better. See, they survived. But why would you, at this moment, why would you play long balls as a goalkeeper? Why would you play long balls? You shouldn't. You should hold the ball. There is the timeout. There's a lot of pressure. Everyone is discussing the last moves on how to win this tournament. Look at that defense. It is good, but these gaps need to be shut down. Those gaps really need to be shut down. Almost. Sweden is adding the tempo. Switzerland is running up with them. This is good because this guy has shot here. He might be free to do a turn, but at least this guy is now playing low, which is good, and also is covering this guy. Then this is a bit better. Dangerous, but better. Yeah, and you see, you're making now Sweden have to play away from your post, and that's what you always want in a game. You don't want the opponent coming to dance in front of your post. You always want the opponent away from the post, but they get punished. The same place we've been talking about the whole game. The left wing, open post, punished. There has been attempts, over 8 attempts from this place, and to me I think that's where they lost the game. That wing has been exploited. The right defensive or the right back has been exploited. I can't blame the keeper. The keeper has tried a lot, has saved a couple actually. So at this moment they decide to play 6 players. They don't have a keeper at this moment. The keeper is the keeper's gone, so they're going to play 6 infield players. Then at this moment, now that Sweden knows that they are ahead, they are not going to high press. No, they just want to hold on to that lead, so they won't high press. Instead, they are playing behind. You see, they are now drifting. Now the Swedish team is drifting. At this moment, they're behind the half line, so they're no longer high pressing. Yeah, which is a good tactic to survive with. Ooh, that was close. That was close. That was close. Seconds to go. 10 seconds to go, and everyone is fighting for it. 10 seconds to go. 5 seconds to go. There's a stick hit, says the referee. Switzerland attempts, and the game ends. And that is one of the best comebacks I've ever seen in Floorball history. And I kid you not. They deserve it. And I told you, number 6, crazy. They deserved it. They played well. It was a magnificent game. So yeah, that was the analysis between Switzerland and Sweden under 19 WFC, and I mean it was crazy. Special thanks to IFF, special thanks to Sweden, special thanks to Switzerland, the officials, the referees who refed that match, Bruno and Czech Republic. You guys made us see all these clips and made us experience all this. So yeah, you can reach us on our Instagram or on our Gmail for questions, and also comment down below on this video and you can discuss concepts. Thank you. This was